Hey, good morning. Today we're checking out a new thrift store that we haven't been to. We're relatively new to this area, so I'm not really quite sure where the good spots are just yet. So we're gonna check it out and see if we find anything good. It's kind of a dumpy area, so I'm not expecting a whole lot, but sometimes when you see a bunch of old houses, it's a good sign that there's some good old stuff. So let's see what we find. See ya.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Okay, so we did find a few things. We found this really cute pink and orange like igloo thing. It's probably from the 90s. I always pick up trash cans, and this one's a really cool peach color. We'll clean it up. This I wasn't sure about, but we picked it up. And we got a Ralph Lauren sweater. Caroline was blowing her kisses to everybody. What? What you doing? Say bye-byes. Say bye-bye. So I just wanted to take a minute before I go through the haul and kind of give you like a little intro to, you know, what I do, who I am, and a little bit about my background. It's a new channel, so I figured it's probably as good as time as ever to kind of explain a little bit. So I've been selling on Etsy for about a little over 6 years. I started in part-time with a small shop doing just vintage decor. I'm mainly a decor seller, and then within the last couple of years I've been starting to pick up some more clothes, but I haven't listed them. So that is going to be my goal this year, is to get all those clothes listed, because there's just piles of it and there's a whole room full of it. I worked at a local crime lab. I was an evidence custodian, so a lot of my expertise is in organization, and putting things away so that you can find them is probably one of my biggest priorities. So with that, I just wanted to say that I went full-time in 2015 when we found out our daughter has Down syndrome, and she's going to need some therapies, and I just decided that working full-time was not the answer. So I took care of her. We went out thrifting. She's been going with me since she was 6 weeks old in a little carrier. I can't say she loves going thrift shopping, we're estate sale hunting, and as she's getting bigger, it's getting harder to take her to the estate sales. So what you'll typically see is at the thrift shops, Caroline will come and, you know, hang out with us, and at the estate sales, it'll probably just be me solo. It's just, she's too heavy to be putting on a backpack. And so with that, I just wanted to go through the haul that we found this Saturday. I don't like to go on Saturdays. I find that it's usually really crowded and picked over. But we did manage to find a few things, so I'll just go through that and show you. You saw me pick up these candlesticks. I sell a lot of brass. That's the other thing. I don't do a whole lot of figurines. I don't do a whole lot of tchotchke, what I call dust collectors. I tend to go for more functional kind of decor, and so I don't sell anything under $30 either. That's my minimum is $28. So I did sell a lot of $12 items, but I made the decision 2 years ago that really it's just not worth my time. I have very limited time. She only goes to school till 12 o'clock for special needs, and that just started in January, so I have to really make use of my time. And I just found by the time you do the packing and the storing and the photographing and the shipping materials, $12 items, and then the cost of the item, of course, just really wasn't worth my time. So $30 and up, mostly decor. We're starting in with clothes soon, and my style, I would imagine, is pretty, I wouldn't say, I definitely like the modern stuff. I don't do a whole lot of rustic kind of antique-y things. I just tend to prefer the more boho and modern stuff. So with that, we will show you what we found. So the first thing we found were these candlesticks. You saw them in the video. I paid $3 for the pair of them, which is a great deal because lately you can pay upwards of $4 or $5 a stick, and the market on them is still strong around wedding season. So what I usually do is I have a box, and I basically will, you know, fill it up, and when it's full, then I will make sets out of them according to their color, their size, their shape. And then usually, I was doing sets of 5, but I've been just saying sets of 10, and I found that they sell just as well. I think people want them for their weddings, to go on the table. So yeah, we found 2 of those, $3. It's $1.50 a piece. It's great. And then the second thing I found was a copper mixing bowl. Normally you find these in sets. Sometimes you find them onesie-twosies. I hang on to them until I have a full set, and then I'll sell them together. They're usually made in Korea. They've got a little hook that you can hang them, but they're very usable, and even with some wear on the finish, people will buy them. There's no dings in this one, but it's a great bowl. It's a nice big one. And the second thing I showed you in the video was this. It's called Kamani wood, but usually you find them in the like monkey pod wood, and they don't go for much. I think I just picked this one up because I like the big chunky size. I love catch-alls. You know, you put your keys in them, you put your earrings in them, you put whatever in them, and keep them by the bedside. You keep them at the front door for whatever. Just throw in. It's kind of like a version of a junk drawer. So I don't expect much from this. I would say 28 at the max. I might actually have to put this on sale to get rid of it. But I thought it was a nice big bowl, so I picked it up. They are getting harder and harder to find. I used to find them all the time, and they're not as prevalent anymore. And then the third thing that was not in the video was this cool copper little lion. It's an ice bucket, and so the middle comes out. No, it doesn't. But it's It's in relatively good shape. It's got some marks on it. Paid $3 for it. I'm thinking 28 or maybe 38 if I do the free shipping. It's nice and light. It should sell relatively well. There are a lot of them, or at least a page of them on Etsy right now, and they're not fast movers, but it will move, and I'll at least make a $20 bill on it. So that's good for me. And you saw this in the video. This is a pine straw basket. I thought originally that it was going to be a gullah basket. We in the South here, we're kind of fortunate that sometimes I run across these baskets. They're called geechee gullah, and they're basically sweetgrass baskets. They're made out of pine needles, and they're wrapped with sweetgrass. This one I don't think is, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it's gullah. I think it's African. It's definitely pine needle basket. And it's worth probably about $30. If it was geechee gullah, it'd be worth hundreds, probably about $100 or more. They're very time consuming to make. The African baskets look similar, but the spacing on the lashings is closer together. So they're still a good find. I paid $1 for it. They're really beautiful, and if you like the boho look, people go after them, and they always sell. So they're easy to ship too. So that was a good find. Then we found, these little pineapple lamps. Now, pineapples used to be all the rage a couple of years ago. I'm having trouble selling them for the prices that I used to get. They still sell, not nearly for the $70, $80 prices that they used to go for. This will probably go for $30. It comes with this little shade, and people still like them. They're like little accent lamps, and this one's made in Taiwan. I paid $4 for it, $5 for it. So if I sell it for $28 plus shipping, that's my $20 bill, and that's really where I'm after, is a $20 bill. So yeah, so we'll put it up for $28. If I want to do free shipping, we might do the $38. Again, easy to ship, easy to store, fits in a banker's box relatively easily. These are just brass vases. They're really nothing special on their own, but what I do is I find like onesie twosie here and there, and then I make sets out of them. If you're starting to notice, I make sets out of things if they kind of match and they kind of look good together. This, I think I paid $3 for it. So I'll find another 2 or 3 of them with the similar shape, similar patina, and I'll put it together and I'll make a set of 3 or 4 of them. I like odd numbers typically, 3 or 5. And that's what a lot of designers look for too. It just adds interest when you're putting it on the shelf. And they'll go for about $30, $40. So even at $3 for this one, if I get another 2 at another $3 a piece, if I put it up, I still make my $20 bill. I don't clean brass anymore. I used to. I find that it sells just as well if you don't. And if it's depending on the piece. If it's a very modern piece where I think it would look better and it'll sell better cleaned, I will. But for most brass, I don't bother cleaning it anymore. The next thing you saw in the video was the trash can, and this is all nice and cleaned up. It was $2. It's a great 80s trash can. Everything 80s is back. I love the peach color. It's just a great kind of art deco throwback that the 80s was kind of known for, and it's just a great shape. There's no markings on it, so I don't know who made it, but trash cans are often overlooked in estate sales. I usually can get them for under $5, and if they're a great trash can, then I can sell them for upwards of $60, $70. If it's a brass trash can or some kind of mid-century teak, hundreds. So this is just plastic from the 80s. I'd expect $30 from it, $28, $30. And that's what I'm going to put it at. But still, I get my $20 bill. And I picked these up a couple of days ago, so they were in a video. They're called snake belts. Now they're not worth a whole heck of a lot, but I just find them so cool. And when I can pick them up for $1, I do. They don't go for more than, I wouldn't say $20. But this one has a nice shell. They're 70s, 80s. They were real popular back then. And if you find them cheap enough, you know, they do move. You've got like kind of an elastic kind of. This one is a chain with a nice rope detail at the bottom tassel. Got that Chanel kind of look to it. Again, the 80s are back. Anything kind of chunky like this, I pick them up, especially if I can get them under $2. Then the last thing I'm going to show you, a couple other things. But these were not in the video. I find it kind of, I can't film when I'm at the cash register, and they always put the jewelry up at the cash register. So, so I won't be filming any jewelry that I find, but I'll show you what I find after. These are, I don't know if you can see them. They are little lions with rhinestone eyes. They're from St. John's. They have clips on the back, and they're big and chunky in 80s, and someone will love them. I love them. I love 80s kind of craziness, and 90s, but I haven't looked these up yet. I'm gonna look them up before I list them. I'm still relatively new to clothes and accessories. I know Decor very well, but yeah, I couldn't leave these. They were $3, and they'll definitely, I think, sell well. These were just like little, like they're clip-ons, 80s, the chunky beaded starburst kind of looking things, and they're a great rainbow colored theme. I'm not expecting more than $12, $15 for these. I will probably go down on the earrings. I don't think $30 is going to be doable, but yeah, they were just really fun and really colorful, and you know, they were there, so I picked them up. So we'll put those on for $30. The great thing about earrings is they're small, they're easy to store. Other than, you know, trash cans and that kind of thing, you have to have some serious storage, especially if you have a shop as large as mine. And so that's it for the haul. I am relatively new. This is my first YouTube video, so if it stinks, I'm sorry. Hopefully it will get better. I just felt like there wasn't a whole lot out there to represent vintage goods, at least the kind of goods that I sell. So if you like the video, you like the thrift with me and the hauls, we're going to put out probably once a week to start and see how that goes. I'm kind of learning the whole process. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.